Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Today we are looking at the septic tank. Now, we are not going to have stats for the stuff that we're going to cover here today. The septic tank really is just another variant of the his tank. This was done for the Eco Warriors. This was released in 91 and unfortunately was discontinued in 1992. Having the nice red and yellow colors, it is very showy. This was done for the DIC um, line in the Series 2 for G.I. Joe. And of course, as you can see, this is more of a water gun on top of his tank here, kind of pushing out sludge and all that stuff. That was kind of a theme or whatever that was done with the Eco Warriors. Uh, it's not saying it's really a bad thing. I just don't feel a big need to add just a slight variant to the his tank or whatever. But it is worth noting that hey, they came out with the septic tank for a variant of the his tank here. Um, at this time. And we also have a couple gliders that we're going to kind of show off here a little bit. Um, we have a grill design and air ventilation canopy, which is kind of going over here. We have a shell proof control uh, station command center. Um, it doesn't really talk about anything in the actual weaponry here. Five, energized firing generator, sludge, hydro-powered sludge liquefied compressor. So it's just shooting out a whole bunch of sludge, which was a great reason to give GI Joe a nice water gun to throw into his tank and have some fun with it. So it's not trying to bash it. It's just like I said, not a big need to come up with stats for this. Um, so kind of going from there. Now, one of the other things I do want to show is, when we get into this, we also have in our database here. Um, let's see, we have air commandos. So we have a couple different kind of hang gliders. Now we've done hang gliders in the past. Um, I don't think it's a big need to really do much more of them. Uh, but it was just different things that they were doing to try and sell off some different hang gliders for the Joes, which is perfectly fine. Uh, Nothing spectacular. It's just kind of a cheap way of doing more vehicles. And then, of course, then we had some battle copters, and there's two different variants of this. So we have with the interrogator uh, for a pilot for Cobra. Let's see. And then we also had another variant here for the Joes, which had major altitude. So these are really more battle pack or yeah, like battle packs or backpack type um, equipment or whatever. Kind of fun to have something to throw on there. Um, yep, it had the little zip thing, so it would fly a little bit. Fun things. Great for the kids, and I'm not saying it's not. Just not really. I don't think it's really worth coming up with stats for this because I think we've had similar things that we've had stats with before. So just kind of throwing that out there. And of course, then they had some mail in stuff here. So let's just kind of look at it. We had the Ferret ATV, the Slugger, the Triple T, and the Wolf were all mail order reissues. Just kind of throwing all that out there for our 91 here. And this is really just wrapping all this up here as we finish up 91 and we start off in 92. Seeing that they're here, I just wanted to kind of have a little short video just seeing that it is here. Want to give it all recognition for all those that did get into this. Granted, for a lot of this stuff at 91, I mean, I was starting to age out of a little bit of this because I was getting a little on the older side myself. But It doesn't mean that there's not others that were out there that wanted to collect this, because it was what was available when they were going growing up and going through all this. So it's still a fun part of the GI Joe history. As we get into some of the 92 stuff, I start noticing that we do have some more, what I would classify as more modern military. And then we'll see how GI Joe has kind of evolved here as we keep going on through. Unfortunately, for these last couple vehicles, I did not see a price tag here listed for anything from yojo.com. So the actual price tag that they had listed is unknown for us. So unfortunately, can't give you that. But it's a shorter video. Just wanted to cap off everything that we have here from the 1991 toy line as we, in the next video, get into our 1992. So with that, thank you so very much for joining me today. I know it's a shorter video, no stats being listed here, but just a little bit of a brief finishing off our 1991, um, and just getting into the next line that we're going to have stats for, and we'll get going with that. So, with that, we'll see you in the next video. Hope you're doing well.